Hi all. In this video I thought I'd tell you my three favorite cities. My three favorite cities in the world. I've been to, I don't know, 60 cities, something like that. I mean 60 or something like that, maybe even more cities. So I feel like I'm a good judge of cities. So I'll just tell you what the three cities are and then I'll go into them. So the three cities are Medellin, Colombia, New York City, New York, United States, Kiev, Ukraine. Okay, let me tell you why each of these cities are cool from my perspective. Let's start with Medellin. I'm in Medellin right now. Okay, the reason why this place is cool is because it's got the vibe. It's got the vibe, amigo. Okay, what the fuck does that mean? So my brother and I discovered when we were here, he's not living here now, it's just me, but my brother and I discovered on a big LSD trip that white people, America, Australia, Europe, whatever, they ain't got the vibe, you know? Here, you'll see what I mean. Here in Medellin, you walk around the streets and there's like salsa going, like, or reggaeton going. It almost feels like all the inhabitants are just walking around going. Like when you go into an apartment block, the portero, the guy in the lobby who like is in charge of all that stuff, he's like, amigo, ¿cómo estás? Bien, bien. And it's not like phony at all. Like, can you imagine that happening in the West? Or like Slavic countries? It's like not going to happen. It's just not. Can you imagine? Hey man, how you going? Right? I can't even say it with like a authentic voice. Like, listen to this, amigo, ¿cómo estás? It just comes across as like, yeah, I'm really happy, but like, hey man, how you going? Yes, good to see you. It's like, it's not there, because it doesn't happen, it just doesn't happen. So Medellin is like this super happy place, and whenever you talk to anyone, they're just like, you know, the girls are like, hola, right? All of them, there's like, hola. They're a whole different type of feminine than you get in the West. So it could be like this in other places of South America. I'm not sure. I know it is here. People say that Buenos Aires, I don't know how to pronounce it, I've never been there, is very good. On the other hand, people say that Bogota in Colombia is not good. So I don't know. I really don't know, but I can vouch for Medellin, Colombia. You gotta go here. You gotta go check this place out. It's you can't not come and experience how the vibe is just different here. The way people interact and talk to each other is just completely different. They got the vibe, right? They got the vibe. You don't find that anywhere else. You need to come and experience this, and then you can like get a little bit for yourself and take it back to your own life. Medellin. Let's go to New York City next. The reason I love New York City is because it's got everything. It's just got everything, okay? You can live uptown, downtown, whatever. I don't know. It's best to live like really close to a subway line, that's for sure. I find that living like along I think it's the Red Line. The Red Line is really handy. I really love living along the Red Line. And like, when I lived there, I lived one time like way uptown. I lived up in Harlem. And another time I lived further down, like, I don't know, around 40th or something like that. And you know, around that Midtown, that's the place to be. More expensive, right? But New York City's just got everything. You can get to a place that has anything you want instantly. It's got all the different cultures, right? I was recently in Austin, Texas, And some people were like, how's Texas go? Well, damn, there's just a lot of multiculturalism here. Lots of stuff you can do. I don't know if I got Texas just then, I'm not sure. But like, it's like, there's, what are you talking about? You go to New York City, you see some real proper like multicultural kind of stuff. I mean like the proper real imagination of multiculturalism, where it's just like, well, taste of this culture, taste of that culture, like a real, just you can experience like lots of different stuff all the time, like all the different sorts of things just all there. When I was living uptown in Harlem, I was eating Senegalese food. What do you know? It's just all sorts of awesome stuff, right? As you know, you can go to a show, you can, yeah, I went and looked at the Statue of Liberty, it's so cool. It's just got all the best buildings. It's great. Like, New York is a spectacle. Like, when walking around the streets of New York, it's like, damn, this is nice. This is a city, right? It's a city. Like, I just love the feeling in New York. And I like that the people there are like, yeah, New York, right? From New York, yeah, New York. And then, you know, they've got that arrogance about them, like that good kind of arrogance, like, yeah, we're winners, New York. It's cool, I like that. So I love New York. New York's like honestly, if you want to live well in New York's the kind of like, New York's kind of like if you really want to live in New York long term, like 1 to 3 months or something like that, that's like a 10K a month kind of place. Kiev and Medellin are not like that. You can live in Kiev and Medellin for like, if you had like $1,000 a month, you could live here. $2,000 a month, you'd be like, no problem. No problem at all. Same with Kiev. The difference is, it's not just that things are more expensive, it's that, as I said, New York has everything. So my friend Alex, he said to me, like, yeah, you go outside in the United States, just like your money just creeps out of your wallet. It's just like, well, where did my money go? I don't know. There was just so much to spend it on. I just spent it. Okay, New York's freaking awesome. New York's also got like a lot of good modeling scenes. You can go head down to like Soho and meet girls on the street, which is amazing. Truly amazing. If they're your type of girl, maybe you don't like that type of girl. Okay, so Kiev. Okay. Kiev, it's all about the women. Okay? It's about one thing. Oh, it's two things. There's three things. So, Kiev has the most hot girls ever. There's no city that has like more hot girls. Just like there's one. Hot girl. It's insane. Okay, it's totally insane. It's like this kept secret because you can only go there for like 14 nights. So it's not many tourists there. Okay, so there's just hot girls everywhere. The drawback is, I just noticed I'm doing this, like a Trumpism, just like, it's just, Trump's things just seep their way into, like people write tweets now and they write full stop and then the last word is like, sad, exclamation mark, and they're like, even people who are like against Trump, they write it like that and it's like, you're picking up his language. Okay, so, lots of hot girls, something, can't remember. So, that's not the only thing that's good about it. It's also amazing for food. I'm told the reason is Ukraine, the primary industry is agriculture. And I'll tell you what, when I was flying from Georgia across the Black Sea, across the south half of Ukraine to Kiev, looking down at the agriculture out of the plane was like, whoa, I'd never seen so many farms in my life. Okay, so they just farm that whole thing. So they got really good quality food coming to the city for cheap. So I guess that cuts down on, you know, that cuts down costs. So they're in a better position to like focus on taste and stuff like that, gastronomy, right? So I had the best pizza I've ever had in my life in Kiev. How bizarre is that? You wouldn't think that. Slavs know how to make pizza, what? But all the food is good there. It's just like, there's just like a whole gastronomy thing going on. Beautiful, beautiful food. Okay, so the only downside, and I think that's what I was saying before, is that you want to be able to speak Russian. Like, if you can't speak Russian, нехорошо, очень плохо. It's gonna be tough. Like, I've been studying Russian for a year and a half, so I'm okay. I'm pretty decent at Russian. I can get around. My brother, he's going to the doctor, and he's like, me, not good. And they're like, what? So it's tough without that. But like, I'm telling you, the food is good. The girls are amazing. The third thing is it's also got a bit of vibe. You wouldn't believe it, right? I think it's because, like, I'm just guessing, I'm not 100% sure, but it could be that Ukraine, I believe, broke away from the USSR just before it collapsed, right? So they independently moved away from it. Might not be true. So they actively broke away because they were like, we want to be our own thing. So I feel like they're one of the, same with Medellin, you know, Pablo Escobar, let's be great now. Make Medellin great again. Same with Kiev. I feel like they like threw off shackles and went whoosh. You know, which way is which? Yeah, up. Went up. They're on an up and up. That's why Medellin's great as well, because they're on an up and up here. They're on an up and up. So Kiev, New York, Medellin. Those are three of my three favorite cities in the world. I want to live like 3 months in each of those. Do like, you know, 2.5 months traveling to just different places, like a week here, a week there, Caribbean kind of stuff. That's what I like to do. And then, you know, use the rest to go home and live in my hometown with my parents. Yep. Check those cities out. I promise you're gonna love them.